You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Bears fans, I am so happy that I can finally say this, but the Chicago Bears may actually be back. Yesterday, the Chicago Bears got a convincing win over the NFC North leading Detroit Lions by a score of 28-13. And when you look at this dominant win by the Chicago Bears, there is a lot to be happy about. Let's talk about it, Bears fans. Let's start off, Bears fans, talking about head coach Matt Eberflus, because Matt Eberflus has been under a whole lot of pressure the last couple of weeks. We have talked a lot about Matt Eberflus right here on Keek on the Mic and how he had the remaining games on the schedule to really prove why the Chicago Bears should bring him back as a head coach in 2024. And to me, I have to give head coach Matt Eberflus a whole lot of props, because when you look at the Chicago Bears, they are trending in the right direction, and he has a lot to do with it. Before I go any further, I do want to congratulate head coach Matt Eberflus on winning back-to-back games for the first time as his tenure as Chicago Bears head coach. I know it's a massive accomplishment. You can tell at the end of yesterday's game against the Detroit Lions, it looked like he wanted to tear up because it was probably a huge weight lifted off his shoulders. I talked a couple of weeks ago about how I felt Matt Eberflus wasn't establishing the winning culture, but I feel like slowly we were starting to see him starting to establish that culture. The Bears have won 3 out of their last 4. They finally won back-to-back games. This is a young team that is learning how to win, and they are on the right path for success. Besides looking excellent as a defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus looked aggressive. You could tell that he wasn't trying to make the same mistake twice. It was a dominant performance by the Chicago Bears defense once again, where late in the fourth quarter, the Bears had a sizable lead. And once again, Matt Eberflus, Luke Getsy, and the rest of the Chicago Bears coaching staff stayed aggressive and finished the game this time against the Detroit Lions. So I was pleased by the way that Matt Eberflus coached that game. I give him a major props. And to me, at this point, we still have to see how the rest of the season plays out. But I think yesterday was a statement win for head coach Matt Eberflus. It was probably the best opponent that he has beaten in his time as Chicago Bears head coach. So congratulations to him on that. And at this point, I think Matt Eberflus' job may be safe in Chicago for at least one more season. So let's go ahead and move on, Bears fans. And like I said, there is a lot to be happy about in this dominant win against the Detroit Lions. Let's start off with the Chicago Bears defense. They were outstanding once again in yesterday's win against the Lions. 3 turnovers, 4 sacks. They shut out the Lions in the second half as the Bears dominated the half 18-0. Bears fans, this defense is becoming elite, and this is probably the best I've seen this defense since 2018, and that is no small shoes to fill. We all know how dominant that 2018 Bears defense was, but when you look at the Bears defense as it currently stands, in the last 5 weeks, they have 11 sacks and 11 takeaways. They have been all over the place. It seems like they are finally buying in to this Matt Eberflus' defense. And just like I told my dad yesterday as we were watching the game, I feel like this Bears defense is one edge rusher away, one more edge rusher away to pair with Montez Sweat and maybe Yannick Ngakoue to being ridiculous, maybe even better than the 2018 Bears defense. This Bears defense has been really good, and it's kudos to not only head coach Matt Eberflus, but it's also kudos to guys like Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat has been an absolute wrecking ball ever since he's been traded to Chicago at the trade deadline. This is a guy that leads the team with 3.5 sacks in the last 5 games, and he has made an instant impact for the Chicago Bears defense, generating multiple pressure, getting after the quarterback, right? He has just been the one-man wrecking crew, and he's making everyone around him better as well. So once again, I feel like the Chicago Bears defense is one piece away, or maybe even 2 pieces away, to being absolutely ridiculous. And other NFL teams or teams around NFL should be aware of the Chicago Bears defense moving forward. I also want to talk about the Chicago Bears offense. Obviously, DJ Moore, you were absolutely ridiculous. 6 catches for 68 yards, a touchdown as well. He also had 1 rushing touchdown as well. DJ Moore was that missing piece that Justin Fields desperately needed. DJ Moore is a true number 1 wide receiver. And if Ryan Poles decides to go the logical route and keep Justin Fields and continuing to build this offense, this Bears offense can be something special with Justin Fields, DJ Moore, and maybe a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. This Bears offense is very close to being an elite unit. And when you look at the whole thing, the whole Chicago Bears organization and the players that we have, I have to give a lot of credit to Ryan Poles as well, because the Bears are on the right path. We are literally a couple of pieces away from being a true contender in the NFL as soon as hopefully next season. And Bears fans, I also want to talk about quarterback Justin Fields, of course. Justin Fields yesterday, Bears fans, was absolutely special in this game. 19 for 33 for 223 yards, 1 touchdown to 0 interceptions. He also had 12 carries for 58 yards and a passing touchdown. I also want to bring up this stat as well, because versus the blitz against the Lions yesterday, he went 6 for 8, 122 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 156.3 passer rating. But I want to talk about one play in particular, because this was special by quarterback Justin Fields. This play, to me, shows the maturity, the development of Justin Fields becoming a true NFL quarterback. And this play was absolutely elite. And this play was probably the greatest play Justin Fields has ever made in the Chicago Bears uniform. Not the most dynamic play, right? But just the best play in terms of him developing as a quarterback in a Chicago Bears uniform. And it came on that 4th and 13 play. I cannot believe the Chicago Bears actually did it and pulled it off. It was a gutsy call, but when you are 4-8, you take chances, right? And it was a gutsy call and it worked. But this play, to me, showed the maturity and the development for Justin Fields as an NFL quarterback. It was a 4th and 13 play, and let's break it down. Justin Fields checks at the line of scrimmage pre-snap. He reads something, changes the play at the line of scrimmage, and then he draws the defense offside with an amazing hard count, and then absolutely fires a laser to DJ Moore on a free play for a touchdown. Once again, you guys can go ahead and watch it on your own time. This play was incredible by Justin Fields. This proves to me that he is developing into a really good quarterback. I know there was a lot of people saying, well, he doesn't know how to audible out of plays. He doesn't change plays out of the line of scrimmage. He doesn't know how to read a defense. This is exactly what Justin Fields did on the 4th and 13 play. It was a master class of a play by Justin Fields. Once again, to me, in my book, this was the greatest play in Justin Fields' career as a Chicago Bear. And when you look at quarterback Justin Fields, Bears fans, what I was looking for from his play in these remaining stretch of games was consistency. And I think that's what we are starting to see from quarterback Justin Fields. Justin Fields has thrown for 1,284 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in his last 6 starts. He is 3-3 in that stretch, and he would be 5-1 if it were not for 2 brutal fourth quarter collapses by the Chicago Bears defense and the Chicago Bears coaching staff. And to me, if this holds true for Justin Fields, if Justin Fields continues to play this level of football, we have something special. I know that we have something special. I know there's a lot of people out there still doubting quarterback Justin Fields, but at this point, if he continues to play at this rate and continues to show us consistent play and continues to develop into the player that I know that he can be, Ryan Poles' decision in the offseason is going to be an easy one. Keep quarterback Justin Fields and continue to build around the kid. But overall, Bears fans, this was a statement win for Matt Eberflus. This was a statement win for Justin Fields. And the Chicago Bears have something. The defense is playing at a high level. The offense shows spurts of playing at a high level. We are close, Bears fans. We are super close. We are literally probably one offseason away from being true contenders in 2024. But overall, I'm excited to see how this season ends. When you look at the remaining schedule, we have some winnable games. The Bears can beat the Cleveland Browns, right? We can beat the Arizona Cardinals. The Bears can beat the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the Bears can also beat the Green Bay Packers as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the season ends. But yesterday's game, the convincing win over the Detroit Lions, it was a really good feeling because the Bears are trending in the right direction. And it's kudos to Ryan Poles. It's kudos to Matt Eberflus. And it's also kudos to Justin Fields, DJ Moore, and the players on this Chicago Bears football team. I'm excited for the future, Bears fans. We are super close to being a really good football team. And I think the Bears will finish out the season strong, and that will carry over into next season. So Bears fans, let's celebrate because the Bears are about to have a really good football team, and we deserve it. As Bears fans, we all know that we deserve it. Through all the lows that we have been through together, it's going to be a magical moment when the Chicago Bears are back playing high-level football at a consistent level, right? So, as always, Bears fans, Let's enjoy the ride. The Bears are close to being true contenders as soon as next year. As always, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Keek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.